Welcome to Free Speech TV. This is Latoya Peterson of racialicious.com, and we're here broadcasting live from the Take Back the American Dream Conference. I'm here with Phil Aroneanu. He is from 350.org, which is a climate change-based organization. So Phil, why don't you tell us what exactly is Taking Back the American Dream?
Sure. Well, I think Taking Back the American Dream is really pushing back against corporate interests, and of course climate change is a really great example of, or a really terrible example, depending on how you look at it, of the ways that corporations are really taking over democracy. For example, just recently, you might have heard about the tar sands pipeline, the Keystone XL pipeline. Just yesterday, our colleagues over at Friends of the Earth discovered some emails that were sent between the State Department and lobbyists for TransCanada, the company that's trying to build this oil pipeline, that were really cozy emails. They were, you know, the top lobbyist and some top State Department officials were talking like they were friends, and really egging each other on and trying to get this pipeline approved. That's a really terrible example of the kind of cozy relationships lobbyists and corporations have with the State Department, and the kind of influence they have in the halls of Congress.
So how do we empower the American people to really be able to exert influence over these types of proposals or demands?
Mm-hmm. Well, a few weeks ago, a number of us, including folks from all different backgrounds, indigenous folks, people from mainstream environmental organizations, just ordinary people who are really concerned about this pipeline, spent 2 weeks sitting outside of the White House, and about 1,200 of those folks got arrested. And that's just one sort of tool in our toolbox, but it really did raise the bar in terms of the kinds of actions that we're seeing both from the environmental movement and other movements around the country.
Right. And you mentioned that you're supporting Occupy Wall Street. What is the one message you want to send out to the folks that are over there that are, you know, working hard out there in New York, and also to our viewers at home?
Well, I think it's really interesting. I went down there a couple days ago and talked to folks down there, and we're talking to them about the linkages between the sort of corporate takeover of democracy and Occupy Wall Street and climate change, and they were talking back at me and saying, look, we already understand this. And so I think my message would actually be to our 350 members and other environmentalists out there to say that they're fighting the same fight that we're fighting, and it's up to us to really get out there and support the Occupy Wall Street folks, because if they win, then we all win.
You're watching Free Speech TV at the Take Back America Conference. We've been with Phil from 350.org. Phil, thanks for joining us. I'm Latoya from Racialicious, and we'll be right back with more interviews.